Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, thank you for stopping by. Last week I asked you guys to leave suggestions down in the comment area letting me know what kind of videos you would like to see from me, and Tabitha suggested a functional planning video. So today I thought I'd show you my bullet journal setup and how I use it every day. I am currently using a Leuchtturm, I don't know how to say it, but I picked this up on Amazon. I did look at Barnes & Noble, but they only had the dot grid and the lined ones, and I like to use the actual grid one. Somebody had sent me a notebook with the dot grid, and I could not figure out why I didn't like the notebook, and I didn't use it. And then when I finally got this one with the grid, I realized it's because I do prefer grid over dot grid. I have been using this notebook since September. I changed up my weekly layout once, as you're going to see when I turn the camera around, and that didn't work out for me. So I've pretty much had the same setup since September. The only things that have changed are some of my collections, and I'll show you those when I turn the camera around too. So let's check it out. And here's my beautifully vibrant yellow notebook. I love this color, but the only downside is that it is getting really dirty. I think you can kind of see on here a little. I would love to get a leather cover for it. I am looking into one if anybody knows any that are a reasonable price. I do prefer leather, but I will try something different as well. Go ahead and leave me a link down below. I tend to leave this planner at home because it does get dirty so easily, so having a nice cover for it would make it easier to take out everywhere with me. And if you're wondering what these little eyeballs are, it's the little bear tabs that I put in to remind me what pages to turn to. Okay, let's open this up and show you how I've set it up for the year. To make sure there was a definite distinction between 2017 and 2018, I went ahead and drew this little bear in and just wrote Hello 2018 and followed that with a year at a glance. In case you're wondering, I do take the time to write this all out in pencil first and then trace it over with my micron pens, and then trace it over with a black pen and erase any pencil mark. Last year I tried to do it without pencil and thought, oh, I'll just look at the calendar and copy it, but it never fails. I always end up making a mistake, so I'd rather make the mistake in pencil first. So I'm really happy that this year there's no whiteout spots on my year at a glance. Bullet journaling can take a little bit of time to set up depending on how intricate you get with your design, but I like to do this at night. It gives me a little creative outlet, and usually it doesn't take too much brain power, and I can just kind of relax and fill these things in. But I can always tell it's bedtime when I start making too many mistakes. Next, I have my level 10 life, and this is inspired by Hal Elrod in The Miracle Morning. I was looking for a way on Pinterest to keep track of where I felt I was at right now, and I'll probably review this every quarter, and a couple of suggestions of what I can do to improve those areas of my life. And I found this layout on My Blue Sky Design on Instagram, and I loved it. Hers was a lot cuter than this and a lot more colorful, but I just kind of simplified it a little and made it my own. There are 10 sections to the level 10 life, so here are the other 2, and I had some extra space at the bottom. I just went ahead and put in the SAVERS acronym that he uses in his book. These are the things that I do every morning: silence, affirmations, visualizations, exercise, reading, and scribing. I think I'm going to do a miracle morning routine pretty soon here too, so keep an eye out for that. After that, I just have some big goals listed. My husband and I went over those together. And then I'm supposed to list steps for each quarter. I haven't gotten around to that. It did take a lot of time to fill out that other stuff, and I was very proud of myself, but I need to take time and finish this as well. At the beginning of every month, I do keep a monthly calendar, and this is where I do a lot of my pre-planning. I don't put any specific times to any events. I just put the name of the event, and then later on in my weekly calendar, I'll put the date or the time. On the right-hand side, I had some space, so I decided to use this for Planner Addict's photo of the day, and it was the perfect place to put it because it was easy to refer to every day. I tried to do something a little different, and I tried to incorporate my content planner and my trackers in here, but this just turned out to be too much tracking. I wasn't going to track this stuff every day, and this turned out to not be enough room to track my content. And then having this down here just made this section way too small. I was kind of limiting the things I wrote down because I was afraid I'd run out of space. So we'll go ahead and skip to this week. This is the layout that I've had ever since September. I don't know if you can tell right here, but there is whiteout because I was too lazy to write this out in pencil first, and that's what happens when I get too lazy. In this top section, I'll put down any appointments we have to go to, meetings, my son's work schedule, my daughter's track schedule, cheer schedule. Anything that has a time to it will go in this area up here. After that is my to-do list. I don't use this as a detailed to-do list. It's kind of just like a trigger to remind me to look into my GTD book to see what I have to do next. Saturday and Sunday, I'm usually shooting a wedding or I'm at one of my daughter's events, so I just put that in a shared spot over here to the right. I don't think I'll be continuing this tracker at the top here. I forget to fill it in a lot of times. I think I'd really like to see an inspirational quote or just maybe stamp up here with a little bit of washi tape to make it a little prettier. At the end of last year, I was doing my trackers at the end of my book, and I was going to make this a collection of trackers, but I didn't like to have to flip to the end of the book every time, so this time I put my tracker at the end of February, and I'll have one at the end of every month, and having one tracker to one page leaves me a lot more room to list anything else that I want to track, including this tracker here. I'll probably be moving it to this section here. The other main daily use I have for this planner is my meals and workout tracker. I started using this a few weeks back when I was tracking my 21-day fix journey. I'm doing it a little different now. I'm not putting in all of the jars. I have kind of fell off the wagon when it comes to eating. I'm not eating horribly. I'm still getting my workouts in, but I'm not being as strict with my food, and I still like to keep track of everything I eat, because when you look at it, you can't get discouraged that you're not losing weight, because obviously I'm not doing what I need to be doing in the kitchen as well. I'm probably just going to keep this record going for the next week and a half until I'm done with the second 3 weeks of 21-day fix, and after that I'll probably start just tracking it in my phone again. I really like to use the app Lose It because a lot of the items you can just scan and it'll automatically put them in there, and it also has a lot of dining out things which are really easy to enter as well. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that I read my daily affirmations from here too, and I keep a list of books I want to read and that I'm currently reading. This planner for me has been very functional and very easy to use. I don't see changing anything up anywhere in the near future. My layouts are just enough to make me feel like I'm being creative but don't take me too much time, so they're really easy to set up. And that is my 2018 bullet journal. And if you're curious what I use in my bullet journal, I use this one Tombow marker, my Mont Blanc pen to write everything in, this lead pencil that I got from Staples, a little eraser, some Post-its, Filofax ruler, and my Micron pens. And I keep all of these in this little case that I got from Daiso as well. That is my bullet journal this year so far, and I plan on using it for the rest of the year. I can't see myself changing up my planning system anytime soon. I don't just use my bullet journal. I do have a couple of Filofaxes that I use as well. I think I might end up doing a video on how I use all my planners at one point, if anybody would like to see that. I also had a suggestion to maybe review some of my Konkin backpacks and also my video and studio setup. So keep an eye out for those, and if you have any suggestions on videos you'd like to see, please leave it in the comment area or go ahead and send it over to my Instagram. Once again, thank you for watching. I appreciate all your support. If you like this video, please go ahead and click the like button, and if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. I am making an effort to post a new video every Monday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.